My First Championship by Craig Johnson. It all started about the time of the invention of talking movies. When the Western movie star made riding horses a dream for many young children. My first championship was on Red, my pony. Since cars were just becoming popular and we still didn't have one, I rode him to the county fair. Along with Chop Chicken, Red's best friend, was a chicken and he wouldn't leave the farm without him. I rode the 15 miles to the fair with a chicken under my arm. Red was happy. Unfortunately, the chicken was not. The chicken got especially anxious when a horseless carriage would rumble past. Unfamiliar with such a predator, the chicken would flap violently and peck whatever parts of me that he could reach. I arrived bruised and battered, yet optimistic of my chances. My first stop, upon arriving, was to find a cage for the chicken. My second was to the woman's sewing bee. My shirt and pants needed some repair, and the ladies were so kind to stitch me up. The chicken's championship was quite by accident. Someone found his cage and took him to the poultry show. Red performed beautifully that day. I suspect it was in part due to the 15-mile ride, and part due to the pride he must have felt knowing that his chicken was the best in the county. We won many classes that day. The only class that Red performed poorly in was the egg and spoon class. He acted strangely in that event. I think it took a personal stand against the treatment of eggs. The ride home was a rewarding one. Red walked briskly with pride. The chicken relaxed when the sun went down, the pressure of the day with it. Upon our arrival back at the farm, I was greeted by my parents, anxious to hear the stories and results of our endeavors. Red and his chicken were put back in their pen. Red laid down, and the chicken took his nightly roost on his back. I placed the ribbons on the fence as I spun the tales of our day at the fair, recounting in detail and truth the magnificence of our performances. The three of us were very close. We've developed a childhood bond that only a kid, his pony, and chicken could. The end.